Happy Easter, happy Good Friday. It is the early streamer here. Pleasure to have you on my channel. And wow, I am so surprised that we set out to do daily streams throughout the period of Lent, and daily streams we did. Yesterday's topic was so heat, so zinger wingy, so piri piri, so fire that we have to keep it going today as well. Now, we talked about how Japan can often be an escape for a lot of people, different things you may be trying to get away from in your life, in your environment. And a great thing to do within an escape is healing from a grudge. And I am notorious for holding on to grudges for as long as possible, a lifetime, even grudges that transcend this life, grudges that go on into the afterlife. And it's really cool in movies, but in real life, it is extremely exhausting and not the best use of time. These days, if you want me to hold a grudge, you're going to have to pay me because it takes a lot of effort. And if I could call myself an old head, if you could call me that, but something I could say to myself 10 years ago, what I would tell the me from 10 years ago is healing from a grudge is a much better endeavor for your hero's journey. As much as we love revenge and as much as we love to get people back, it's a whole lot of effort and it's a detour you have to take from your main life mission, your main life journey. And you want to maximize the amount of time you spend on your, sorry, let's get in focus here. Maximize the amount of time you can spend on your obsessions. The obsessions should be key. Enjoying your life should be key. Increasing your assets for things that you want to accomplish should be key. Getting people back or showing them up or eventually rejecting that girl who rejected you is pointless. It's all completely pointless. It's short-term satisfaction and long-term, the amount of effort and time it takes will get you nowhere. So I can't stress this enough. I'm really trying to drill that point in. That often when you go to Japan, you may go there to be thinking, yeah, I'm going to stunt on Instagram. I'll show everyone from my high school, I'm now traveling now. I'm now somebody. I'm doing really well. I'll show them. I'll show them. Only to realize that that's not the point of what you should be doing. Some of life's greatest treasures won't even go on Instagram. You're going to keep them to yourself, and hardly anyone will know. And very few people in this world will ever know the true you. And it's something I say often because I have to remind myself that a lot of the arguments we're trying to win and finally trying to get the last word, people can't judge you correctly because very few people know you. Very people know the particular animal that you are and what really makes you tick. And knowing that, you realize that a lot of these things are pointless. And what a relief to realize that a lot of the time trying to hold on to arguments from prior hurt just keeps the wound open. We have to let a lot of the things go to finally heal. And a life moment of mine that really had a massive impact on me was some years back, 2013. It was the funeral of a very, very great South African, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. And the fact that he had a public funeral, and that is a story on its own. Just that process, trying to get up to the public viewing of the casket, and just how the wait time. I think it took about 14 hours, and it wasn't even guaranteed because the line got so backed up that it almost wasn't going to happen. And we were sitting in a bus, multiple buses, to try get there, and it was an understanding of his life, the frustration. I mean, we waited 14 hours on a bus. He was in prison for 27 to 29 years, 2 years house arrest, 27 years, like longer than some people's lifetimes in prison. And for him to get out and not become one of the most vicious dictators in the world, but to actually leave and say, let all this fighting and hatred go, heal from that. When you see some of the incredible healing that other people have gone through, you realize how you can find a path in your own to find your own healing. And I apologize. I couldn't just give a list of do this, 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 you'll be healed. But I'll just do my best to try to tell you my particular story. And I read in one place that unresolved conflict, unresolved arguments is what leads to grudges. So if you're from a family that couldn't resolve things, if you're from a family that established a dynamic or narrative in your life that in life they're winners and they're losers, and if you lose, too bad for you, you're crushed, you're destroyed, you're insulted, you're mocked, the end. And you go through life like that, and it destroys your self-esteem, and then you start doing weird, horrible things to try build your ego back up. You now tell yourself, oh, one day I'll be a daredevil, evil can evil. I'll do the most incredible, dangerous things, and people would admire me. That how can a man push himself to this limit? And then I'll get everybody back for the way I was treated when I was a kid. They'll know how great I was. Before the fact that you were always put in a deficit in your childhood, and you spend your adulthood trying to now compensate for it, to try feel like you matter. And then one day you'll meet someone who will treat you like a human being, like you're a value, and you haven't even done half those narcissistic, egotistical things that you thought you had to do to get people's adoration, thinking that you have to be the next super rap legend, superstar. Oh, I'll show them. I'll have screaming fans and everything, just to try heal that inner grudge that you're feeling. That you do matter. You are someone, no matter what race you are, what gender, whatever you may be. At the end of the day, you're human and you matter. And when you can make peace with that and finally heal and realize that your life goal is going to be greater than all of these, momentary things. And I'm not going to make this episode too long. It was just something on my mind today of, finding your escape and why so many people push to find an escape, go work cruise ship jobs or this job or, investment banking, whatever jobs it may be. And just how money and cardinal pleasures don't replace something deep down fundamentally wrong, a massive social deficit that most humans feel. And you're not alone, and there is a way to fix it. Don't feel like you're stuck and this has to be life. It definitely does not have to be. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Please comment down below if you enjoyed this episode in any way, anything you'd like me to talk about. And we might have some interesting guests coming up soon, so I'm quite excited for that. And it really got me motivated that I'm going to send out some more emails and try and invite more people, because when it rains, it pours. And when people see a line outside your shop, more people want what you're about. So things may get quite interesting soon. Ben Streaming Low Key here. I will see you soon.